like he's not a terrible coach, but like Mark Jackson has not gotten the job, and Doc Rivers has gotten like three different coaching jobs in three different teams since Mark Jackson lost that job.
But that's different because of the agenda that's being pushed. We got to make sure this nigga never gets back in the league because of his stance on life in general.
And that segues to my next point. I feel like Doc Rivers getting all these jobs and being in this position is not an agenda, but there's an agenda. Like,
You getting fired, and so you the scapegoat. You getting fired from here. You get fired from there. I don't know what type of cachet that nigga have that he
now
keep
I want to
himself in
debate.
a loop.
Huh?
Shout out to that nigga.
All right. I mean, bro, you can't give niggas credit. That's like the Joe Burrow thing. Giving niggas credit for getting there
That
and
nigga got
not,
the chip.
bro. All right, I get it. I get it. Yeah, you're right, bro.
They like he George Call or some shit.
I mean, you're not that far off, bro.
Disrespect.
Because I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. When we see all these teams that Doc has that are great and don't get over the hump, they never buy in, and they never buy in because every time people listen, or I listen to people have interviews and speak about Doc Rivers, they say that Doc is a player's coach. Oh, we not practicing today. Fuck it. I'm gonna give y'all a day off. So, he's more like a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be the homie and be cool with everybody. So when shit gets real, and you trying to, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You need to play defense. You need to do this. You need to hold your man. Niggas like, bruh, nah, we don't even got that type of relationship.
Facts.
So they'll shut down and they'll get you out the paint. A la Kawhi, Paul George, a la James Harden, a la it's probably gonna be Giannis by next September. You get what I'm saying? Uh, I get like he's not a terrible coach, but there's like Mark Jackson has not gotten the job, and Doc Rivers has gotten like three different coaching jobs in three different teams since Mark Jackson lost that job.
But that's different because of the agenda that's being pushed. We got to make sure this nigga never gets back in the league because of his stance on life in general.
And that segues to my next point. I feel like Doc Rivers getting all these jobs and being in this position is not an agenda, but there's an agenda. Like with Doc Rivers, we all know back when the Donald Sterling shit happened.
Mm.
When Donald Sterling was when he was doing the racist shit with the former owner
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
Clippers. I'm just saying it we got to
I got
say
you.
it on.
Oh,
We got
okay.
to say it for people that don't know what we talking about. Donald Sterling was the owner of the Clippers, and he got caught with the racist shit, and the whole NBA and the world was in an outrage, was in an uproar. Like we don't need no games. We need y'all to figure this out. They kicked him out the league, or they was trying to figure it out. They suspended him indefinitely while they figured out all the legal stuff, and the Clippers and the Warriors was playing. This was if you go back in history, this right here pinpoints the start of the Warriors run. This series or this game really. So the Warriors are playing the Clippers. Game four, maybe game five or something like that.
Mm,
Uh Another 3-1 lead that got blown.
gotcha.
You go, they he has an excuse this time. You're going through all of this stuff with the Donald Sterling thing, and Doc Rivers is not only the coach, he's the GM of the Clippers. So he's the head of the snake. Pause.
Mm.
Like you're running everything. You have to make sure you got a decision. Are the players gonna play? Are they going to make a stance? Are we going to protest? Are they going to sit out like they did when Jacob Blake got killed during COVID in the bubble?
Mm.
Like where players just say, no, we're not going to play this game. It's bigger than basketball. And I feel like there was a lot of pressure from the fans and from the people to say, no, don't play a game. Sit this one out. Everybody from the Warriors said we didn't expect to play that game. We had already assumed that after this shit happened the day before, we had already assumed that we weren't going to play this game. We was just going to, we was going to protest
Postpone.
this game, postpone this game, and come back to the next one. Like we was with them, but we was down to do whatever they wanted to do. And Doc Rivers, he got the people, he got every black player. There's only like two white players on the team, JJ Redick and somebody else. He got everybody in line on board to say we're going to do the right thing. We're going to strap our boots up, our head up, chest high. We'll throw some jerseys in the middle of the court and play basketball. And from the NBA's perspective, I feel like he looked like he's one of the good ones. He can lead the men. When shit gets real and we need somebody that can not only that we trust, but that they respect, we can always count on Doc Rivers, and I feel like he did an NBA. He saved them from a crisis to where they gonna owe him one forever. When he loses his job coaching, he takes Mark Jackson's job speaking on TV. Now JJ Redick has that job.
But
Doc Rivers keep getting setting that nigga up with some
but
jobs.
I think when you dealing with like corporate America and all that shit, like that's what you have to have is a nigga. Like I can say, all right, I'll put it like this.
Nah, go ahead.
So a couple weeks ago, we had the like snowstorm and shit like that, right?
Okay.
This is totally different from
Yeah, I'm
that, but
listening.
we had the snowstorm shit, right? So I came to work on a snowstorm day.
Mm.
It was a bunch of niggas that didn't come to work. And those niggas that didn't come to work, it was one specific dude that didn't come to work. So I've been in plenty of accidents at my job. They toss that shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a person that you know what I'm saying? They helped me to maneuver around a lot of bullshit.
Right.
With this specific nigga, they did everything in their power to fire this nigga because you not saying that you well we can say it like that. You not one of the good niggas. You not a person that we can depend on and count on when all the chips are down. Nigga, you know what time it was. You knew you still had to work. You knew you still had to get the job done. So why would you call in? Not why would you call in. I understand why you calling in, but you know consequences come behind you not coming in. And it could have been consequences for me for going into work. I could have crashed the truck. I could have did anything, but I made it to work, got there, did my job, and whatever. So obviously, yes, nigga, I'm gonna have when it comes to corporate of me playing the game that they want. I have benefits in both. Cause now I can come over here and be like, hey, what up with it, my nigga? And you
Yeah.
think I'm your nigga for real, which I could be your nigga. I'm not gonna be no nigga that's gonna backdoor and tell on you. I'm gonna try to tell you, give you the game. Hey, this how you work this out. This how you get around these niggas. And I'm on the same side with them where I'm saying I come in whenever the chips are down, nigga, I got you. So
Yeah.
I get both sides of it. I don't think that Doc per se did something wrong
No,
by
I don't think
playing the
so either.
game because nigga at the end of the day I have a job to do. And I think that's probably how he looked at it. And for some people eyes, hell yeah, they look fucked up. Cause nigga, at some point we have to stand. But at some point, nigga, the job still at some point that game still would have been played.
That's a fact.
And that's just simple as that. It's just we gonna protest it this game and we gonna let y'all know. Y'all know we don't appreciate that shit from the jump, from the get go. But we still have a job to do type shit.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at what Doc did. I just feel like he could have been put in the realms of how niggas look at the Jesse Jacksons, the Jesse Owens. You did what I'm saying? The Bill Russells. He could have
Gotcha.
been the Bill Russell of coaches with something like that. But it was opportunity, and
But he probably just didn't want to do that.
nah,
That's
it's
the
a.
thing.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying what I wanted versus understanding what he did. Like, you
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not mad at what he did because at the end of the day, the job was, if he didn't do the job, they was gonna find somebody else to do that job for him.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know.
That makes sense though.
But in my mind, that's my theory of how Doc Rivers
The
keeps getting
Doc
all these
Rivers
jobs.
conspiracy.
Hey man,
Not for real, but I see what you're saying though. I see
that's
what you're
that's my that's my Doc Rivers conspiracy because you be thinking like, how does this nigga keep getting so many jobs? You know, like the Shanahans. Of course, you got the tree niggas that come from the Belichick tree, people that come from the whatever tree. You get what I'm
saying. Yeah, I
saying?
get you. I get you.
But
You
that's
get like that extra. I got you, my
It's
nigga.
like
Like
what
I'll
yeah.
take care of
it's
this
like
one.
once you win that chip, bro, you have multiple opportunities. Cause at the end of the day, the nigga's a championship coach. I think that has a lot to do with it. Cause look at Nick Nurse. That nigga bounced back, got another job. He fucking Philadelphia.
I mean, his chip was less than 15 years ago.
But still, like a chip is a chip.
Mm, I mean, it depends. The
Yeah,
game changed, so it's like a chip is not a chip.
yeah.
What are you
The
talking
game.
about? Nigga, oh
I
06,
mean, a
oh
chip is a chip.
09, nigga had the nigga had what was the oh 07, oh 08, and then he got the chip and he went to the finals again the next year. Like, it ain't like it's that far away, bro. Like the nigga's been
It,
successful.
it is that far away, bro. Like half the league was in like elementary, middle school when that shit
But we gonna do
when that
that? Like
happened.
a lot of niggas have old chips, but you can't just like say like they chip is because look at fucking when the last time Popovich won a chip.
After Doc
That's
Rivers, after Doc Rivers.
That's
You get what I'm saying? Pop won chips before Doc Rivers and after Doc Rivers. While Doc Rivers
So it was
was
like 2010,
no, remember he
2011.
beat
He
LeBron in
did
the
beat
bit in the
LeBron.
Heat. That was we was out of high school when
2012,
13
2015,
type
something like
shit.
that. Yeah.
Mm.
While Doc was coaching the Clippers,
Scratch that
blowing
shit.
the 3-1 lead.
Hey, nigga, calm down. You ain't gonna do this to
Hey,
me.
I'm just saying.
You ain't gonna do this. To,
Nah, it
you ain't gonna do
happens.
this to me,
It
motherfucker.
happens.
And then
It
every backtrack,
happens.
I was like,
It
damn, he's right. I
happens.
forgot about that.
It
Yeah,
happens.
and
Just,
yeah,
You ain't
nigga.
gonna do that to me.
That nigga said,
happens.
yeah, we was after school. I was there. We was watching it
Oh,
Yeah,
together,
like we
nigga.
watched the game together.
No.
We did. I'm just talking shit, but nah, but it's gonna that's gonna happen. It's okay. It's gonna.
What
I
you got to
mean,
say, Stacks?
we have took that time.
Hey, listen, we did what we need to do. You hear me?
Shout out
Fuck
to
what
Doc
y'all
Rivers.
niggas talking about.